Well, start off simple. We will launch Microsoft Word, open a document, check out the different ways you can view your document in Word 2019, and then close it up. You can see already launched Word, and if it is your very first time, you are going to see empty recent list down at the left hand side. But if this is not your first time launching Word, you will see listing of all your documents you have worked recently. You can see I have a couple of them, so I have several options. I can open document I have recently worked, or other document, or new blank document. You will see that there are along with your recent list of if you have one. On the right hand side, where you are going to go to create a new document using templates, including this blank one which shows up in the very beginning. We will go to that little later on. Right now we are going to open a document, so go ahead and click open other documents. Next, you will see what's commonly known as backstage view. With open selected, again I am going to see the recent list. If you have one, you can also look at the recent folder from here. We will also have access to the different networks and drivers that you are connected to, including cloud storage like OneDrive. Perhaps you use SharePoint in your organization. You might see those options here. Network options, and then you will see some options for accessing content on this PC. Adding a favorite that you can go back to quickly and then browse. This is going to allow you to browse whatever you are connecting to, including contents of your PC, and that's we are going to go. Go ahead and click browse. Next I am going to go to my document I am working on. Mine is in a separate folder, so down on the left hand side I can navigate to different locations. There's my document which I can double click to open up to see subfolders, and let's double click that, and there's only one file here, the way to wellness one. With it selected, we will go down here to open, and that's how we open a file. Now the next time we go to the open, this will appear in our recent list, so it will be much quicker. So what we see by default when you open up document here in Word 2019 is commonly known as a print layout. In other words, what we are looking at here on the screen is going to be what we print if we choose to print this document. So you will notice over here on the right hand side, we don't have a scroll bar for scrolling down through your document. There's multiple pages. If you want to know exactly how many, just go down to bottom left corner of the screen. On the status bar, you will see the page. There are 10 pages in total, so it's a 10-page document. Next, if you are finding it difficult to read, there are some more options. First of all, we can go to bottom right hand corner where there are zoom slider. You will see the current zoom level. Yours might be different. It depends on your screen, your resolution, etc. But there are a slider button in the middle that we can click and drag to the right if we want to zoom in. And if we want to zoom out, we can drag it to the left. Right in the middle it is 100%. You can also click the minus sign to zoom out. It gives you a better view of the layout you can see when we go far enough. So you can see pages side by side. Click the plus sign to zoom in, and this is at 10% interval, and if you are having difficulty reading the content, you can go past 100% to zoom into the content itself. Now a better way to read the document might be something known as a read mode. When we go up to the view menu here, by clicking in the view tab, we get the view ribbon, and over here in the view section you can see some different options, including the one that's currently highlighted or selected layout. But read mode is ideal for reading document where you are not concerned about it's going to look like when you print it. So let's check out read mode. We will give it a click. Notice what happens. Most of our screen's real estate now is devoted to the content. We lost the ribbon across the top, but the quick access toolbar, we have some more spaces now. And for navigating at least this particular layout, we have a button on the left hand side and the right hand side, so we are not scrolling up and down through the document. Click the button on the right, go to the next screen full of content. They are not necessarily this page as they will print. Notice, for example, in the bottom left corner, it looks like we now have more pages. It's really full screens of content, and we can go back with the left arrow, and there are another layout if we prefer to scroll up and down. Go up to the new view tab. Up here when you will see there is a layout option. And currently column layout is selected. That's the default when we switch to read mode. Let's check out the paper layout. This is more like the print layout. Again, in the read mode, this is dedicated to reading the content and not the editing. In other words, you can't go in here and start making changes to your document. This is not the view for that. You will want to go back to the print layout view to make changes. So we can do that by going up to view and choosing right here at the top edit document. This is going to switch us back to print layout. You can see it's now selected, and the shortcut buttons of these different layouts appear down in the bottom right hand corner. Currently selected print layout, but just to left is read mode, just to right is web layout. Now for this particular document, web layouts is not going to be ideal. But if you are creating document to post it up on the website, for example, you might want to check this out layout to get feel for how it's going to look like. Let's go ahead and click web layout from here. You can see now as I scroll through this, it looks totally different the way it's laid out, and this is ideal for viewing on the web page. Again, we can switch back to using the buttons down at the bottom or with the view tab on the ribbon selected. Choose print layout. There are other layouts including outline and draft. We will get to those later on when we are working with strictly text, for example. And we weren't able to make changes simultaneously. It's an edit layout that simplifies what we are seeing on the screen. Right now though, let's scroll out the way back up to the top of the page and remain in the print layout. When you are done working with the document, you will want to close it up. Go up to the file tab, and it's from here where you find number of new options available to us that we are working with document, saving, printing, sharing, etc. But down near the bottom half of the close option. If you made changes to your document, clicking close will promote you to save those changes. If you haven't made changes, clicking close here will simply close it up and leave you to nothing on the screen unless you have other documents you have been working with.